Hello, my name is GBukaa and welcome to episode 1 of How to Search and Destroy, and this week I'm going to be covering Hardhat. As you see in a moment here, I go right at the start, and I'll talk a little bit more in depth about that later. But right here I throw a stun, and that's a stun check to check if someone's there. And as you see, I get the stun hit marker and I can pick off that guy at the choke point. Right here I get a little bit lucky, but good accuracy pays off and I managed to get the headshot on him. But what I really should have done is gone behind this truck like I do here and get a bit more cover. But I get a bit lucky here, and right here you see I'm going left and right, and I'm patrolling and making sure no one can get the flank on me, because I'm always, being aware. And I get pretty certain that no one's going to come, so I press up, and these two guys, I don't really know what they were doing, but laying on the floor, inspecting the dust or whatever. But I get two sort of, I guess you could say, lucky kills here, which cleans up the round fairly quickly.
Search and destroy.
Okay, so right here in the second round, you see I come to the right again, and I throw a grenade first, which is one mistake that I make here. What I should have done really is thrown the stun to get the stun check, and then I could have picked them off while running across, as this is a really good choke point because a lot of people run across there. And as you see, another person runs across, I get the kill. And right here I see my teammates get killed, and I see the guy just poke out his head there. So I lay down, I wait for him, I play patient, so I always have the upper hand, and I managed to get the kill. So once again I push up because I'm pretty certain no one's going to be there, and pick up the bomb. And obviously checking the floor again, because last time there were people sitting there, and my teammate clears up. Now at this point I just want to talk about why I go right at the start, and that is because in my opinion it's the best way to go, because you've got a lot of cover, like in that little head glitch spot that I go in. It's really good because lots of people run that way and you can just pick them off every time, whereas when you go left you've got long lines of sights, and often snipers will go there and they'll pick you off unless you've got a sniper. There you go, once again I throw the stun, see no one's there, and I believe just after this is where I make a really big mistake, and it ends up leading to my only death in this game. Okay, so here we go. I see the guy, I take a few shots, and what I really should have done is, after seeing that he's in cover, I'm not in cover, what I should have done is either backed off completely, just said no, I'm not going to get that, and just left him. I could have gone around behind the truck like I said before, but that could have been a little bit risky, because there's always an option that he'd shoot me as I'm getting there. Or I could have backed off, gone up the hill a bit, and there's also a nice little jump spot off the dumpster, so I could have jumped up there and come around behind him. But unfortunately I make a massive mistake there, and it ends up in my death, and ultimately we lose this round because of that, and obviously my teammates' mistakes as well. But I obviously didn't contribute to my team very well in that round. Alright, so as you see here, we are on defense, and I go the same side. I really seem to like this side of the map for some reason. But as you see, I throw a stun check down there again. Always use your stuns, they're there for a reason, and they're not always just for when you're in a sticky situation. Just knowing where the enemy is half the battle. So right there I pick up that guy. You could say it's a bit lucky, but I had cover, he didn't. And right there you see my teammate died. So, and then I also hear enemy UAV inbound, so I throw the stun to make sure he doesn't push up straight away to try and get the jump on me, and then I back up. Very smart move, because he's got a UAV and he has an MP7, which I saw on the kill feed and I could also hear through my headset. So he has an MP7, he's always, well, not always, but 90% of the time he's going to outgun me in a one-on-one situation, because I'm using an ACR, slower fire rate, less powerful. He's using an MP7, which is designed for that thing. So I back off, which means I can then pick him off. If he were to rush rush me, I could then pick him off easily because I have a better weapon for that situation. Now right here, my teammate on the minimap is running through the tunnel, and boom, he gets killed by this guy using the MP7. So what I do is, I know he's either going to go through the tunnel and go to A, or he's going to try and push up my right flank or my left flank to plant a B. Now what I'm doing here, I lay down, I'm sound whoring, I'm trying to get some sense of direction as to where he is, and as you see there, he plants a bomb, and so obviously I push through here, and right here you won't be able to hear it, but I hear him jump, which indicates to me, boom, he's there. And I can't stress it enough that headsets are so important, because without a headset you wouldn't have heard that and he probably would have picked you off. And right here, which isn't a smart move on my part but on his part, a very smart move, by jumping up there and putting the bomb there. Most people wouldn't know how to get that bomb, so they'd just be running around trying to find it, but luckily I do know how to get up there. But if you didn't, then you'd win the round, and ultimately they would have won the game if I couldn't have defused that. But luckily I did. So I hope you enjoyed this first episode of How to Search and Destroy. If you did, please leave a thumbs up and some comments on how I can improve this series, and as always, I'll see you all later.